Previously on Equilibrium Constant. Long ago, longer than most people's lifetimes, a great city stood proud and glorious in the east. She was called Omu, one of the greatest cities of the time. The city was the seat of the 9 primal gods, the fundamental aspects of life. But the people of Omu grew greedy, corrupt. The corruption led to destruction vis-a-vis a powerful lich who saw the division of the people as an opportunity to destroy. He killed the animal gods and destroyed the city, and in doing so threw the planes of existence out of balance.
If I spend some time with one of these items, I can partially awaken it.
There's a partially awakened state which calls the creature to the object. This state could make it look like anything. It could look like a necklace, it could look like a cut gem, it could look like anything.
We were working with the rogue agent, Kali. We managed to get the gem, and she flew off with it, so it's not here, but we needed to make an exit. I asked Banini to make a distraction. He's not the best at distractions.
I did, though.
Yes.
It was
but
distracting.
It did not accomplish anything but get you in so much trouble.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's Quill?
Yeah, he's interviewing the rest of the guests to make sure that they're not the ones who've stolen it, but I guess that's not necessary anymore.
Peabody's the one who recommended us, and he said Peabody was not here. Mm-hmm. I thought maybe Peabody was role-playing somebody else, but no, the person here is just not Peabody. It's somebody who looks exactly like her.
My name is Felicity. Anyway.
And you do work in a museum in Boggs Bottom?
Nope.
None of you have.
That's the other one. That's the other person. Corbin, what the hell is going on? Where's Kali, and why does Peabody have a twin sister?
You guys had just escaped the mansion, and you've made it back to the hut, and Nova, you, I think, burst into the hut and are, like, hollering questions in Corbin's general direction?
Indeed.
Okay.
Do you want me to try and quote what I said?
Yeah. I don't remember specifically what you said. I haven't listened to the recording in a bit.
I think it was something like, where's Kali? I don't remember what the second question was, and the last question was, and why the hell does Peabody have a twin?
Okay, yeah, he looks at you in surprise, and, like, looks past you to the other members of the party to, like, see who all is there, and then he says, I have no idea? I don't know Peabody like, that's not... Why would I know?
She didn't think to tell us before going into a mission that she had a lookalike there?
I guess not, since you don't seem to know. Okay, and Nova, also, as you, like, went into the hut, you did notice there was another person in there, but somebody that you didn't recognize, and she was standing in a doorway in the back, kind of in shadow, and it's another Kenku, but she's much older and, leaning on a cane, and her feathers are droopy a bit and, like, frazzled a little bit. Like, she's very old. She presents herself as very, very old.
Okay.
Yeah. But she's just standing there holding, like, a tray and, in one hand of, like, teacups.
Nova probably hasn't noticed. I think she's very,
okay.
focused on the situation at hand.
Yeah. What are the other two of you doing?
We're kind of just listening to what Nova has to, what Nova's doing, because she seems to be asking all the questions we were thinking of at the very start.
Okay, did you guys get into the hut, or are you waiting outside, or?
I'm assuming that we just followed her in.
Okay.
I'm kind of, like, in between the like, in the doorway.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, then,
so I guess if he says he doesn't know about Peabody, then my next thing will be, well, Kali was supposed to be somebody you knew. Where did she take the stone? Because this is on you.
He looks at the three of you, and then he says, frankly, I don't know. I don't know her personally. She was a friend of a friend. Like, I know where she's from. He looks very confused.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Yeah. So we didn't even I thought she was working for. Wow. Never mind. It's fine. It's all fine. We don't have a crystal anymore. It's been stolen. We don't know where.
At this moment, I'd like to use Mage Hand from on top of the roof and float the crystal on over.
Okay. Yeah, Corbin just looks
Wait, where are you floating the crystal at? That's important. Is it
from the roof into the doorway just above your heads?
You mean above my head?
Nova doesn't see it, so she'll just keep going on about all the things that are wrong.
That's fine. I'll
Corbin
drop
just
it.
Corbin just looks like really freaked out right now.
You dropped it on my head?
No, I drop it. Kali drops it on the ground in front of you.
Yeah, Nova's still not gonna look. She's she's kind of focused in. So unless somebody actually tells her, she's continuing with her spew of
she's
everything's fine.
Focused, yeah.
Question: since I'm in the doorway and so far no one else has noticed it, am I able to notice it and put it in my bag?
No, what about Peter?
It's in the center of the room.
What does Glim notice?
Because I'm in the doorway, so it has to go through me first and then them, right?
But
so
it
just snatch it in midair and.
I think that's a roll. I think that's a roll that we can see. We can contest that.
Yeah. Okay.
Except Corbin is looking back towards the door, so he would see.
Shit.
Yeah. But if you were,
I'm just saying, my character is not going to see.
Yeah.
Can I try it?
But I still want to see them try. Even considering, I still want to see.
Okay, so it is floating above your head. You are not scraping the top of the doorway into this. You wouldn't know to. So I think roll perception, actually.
Oh, okay.
First. Yeah, let's do that first, and then
Okay.
That's fair.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's an 8.
Okay.
So you don't notice it until it's too late.
Oh man.
It'd be 1 second until it drops anyway. It's 2 seconds after it goes past you, it would drops. I said so. That'd be kind of...
I at least wanted to try it.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay,
It would have been funny.
It would have been funny, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
So Nova is still up front, just...
Yeah, so
Peabody has a twin, it's fine. She knows everything about us. It's just all fine. We haven't even accomplished a single thing that we were supposed to on this mission. Anybody gonna actually enlighten her?
I drop down outside and say, I brought the gem. Is this not what our objective was?
She probably would notice that and just stop. Oh.
And then Corbin points down at the gem in front of you.
Also, oh.
He's like, yeah, seems like you guys completed your mission.
Hey, look at that. That's so good.
Now you just need to wake up the thing, I think.
Should we be outside for this? I think that being outside for this might be a good idea, because we don't know what this beast is.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, Corbin just sits down at the table and he's like, I think my job here is done.
Okay, thank you.
Done a lot.
Thank you. I did try.
Where's Peabody? I want to get paid.
Well, we need. Well, if you could help us get this monster, that's part.
Yeah,
that was. I mean, the gem was step 1.
Yeah.
The monster is step 2. By the way, there's a monster. In case you're not aware, that's attached to this gem. You might want to be aware of this.
Yeah.
If you want to watch, at least, that I think you'd be entertained. At the
You
very
won't get
least.
the full pay, I don't think, unless you help us all the way through.
What's the pay?
A lot.
So many
Who's
gold.
paying?
So many gold. I mean, more than
Wow.
more than 10.
So many?
At least 10.
At least 10 CP.
So much that Banini forgot his mission and tried to steal all of the people's purses at the party. Yeah,
Because-
it's a lot.
I mean, that would have been an added bonus,
Sure.
Yeah,
yes.
you literally forgot the mission that you were supposed to do in lieu of trying to get all these purses.
Okay, I panicked, so there was only one thing to do, and that was to take everyone's belongings.
That is the That's the first thing you think of when you're in a panicking
choice. Yes,
it's a logical progression.
The first thing your mind goes to in a stressful situation is, how can I steal stuff for somebody? Is that really what it is?
Well, how can I steal stuff? Wait, for someone, from someone?
It doesn't matter.
The
fact that you okay, good to know. We're gonna have to keep an eye on this guy.
I mean, haha, joke, haha, funny.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
is this? Are we trying to wake this thing here?
Yeah, outside, I think. Let's walk outside of this building.
Like here, as in this location.
Yes, because we have the means to bring the beast to.
But what if it gets like too destructive and like destroys stuff that's surrounding?
Loki didn't destroy anything.
Well, maybe Loki's an exception.
I'll pass on the monster, but I'm not letting that out of my sight until I get paid.
Well, you're not getting paid then.
You don't know that. We don't know what contract she has.
Probably.
Banini, you're lucky if you get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering we probably now all have a bounty on our heads.
I mean, you've had a bounty on your head.
I know. Not proud of it, but I know.
Yeah.
But now you do.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, anywho.
At least let's walk outside the building.
Mm-hmm.
That way, when the monster comes, we can attach the collar, which only works if we're outside. Remember, if we can recall very, very far back, like yesterday, perhaps earlier today. I think it was earlier today, actually, that these...
it was a week ago.
It was a week ago.
Yeah.
A full week ago. These collars and tokens only work for transport if we're outside. So let's make sure that we're outside, so that as soon as we find the beast, we can collar it, and then they'll deal with it once we get back to equilibrium. Sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
All right, let's walk outside with everything and the gem.
Cool. We are outside.
Okay.
Wow,
You have the gem?
yes.
Okay, good.
No.
Get the gem.
Why does Banini have the gem? Okay, Banini the gem.
No one else was picking it up.
Glim, why didn't you pick up the gem?
I thought you were going to pick it up. No.
Oh my.
Because you're the one that's going to wake it up, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
You have the most experience.
I do, but I don't exactly know how I did it last time.
Just
What I can remember,
okay.
it was normal, and I put it in my pack. We traveled for a little while. I did some exercises, and then when I checked my pack again, it formed, and then a bird just kind of flew out of the sky and surprised me because he's kind of big.
Question: did you look in your pack any time between first putting it into your pack and then opening it up
No.
again? Okay, cool.
But that was kind of all that happened was travel and exercises and Loki flying out of the sky.
So let's just do that again.
Yeah.
Travel.
We can put it in my bag.
No, we don't. Okay, skip the travel part. I think that the exercises may be the key thing here, because you didn't do exercises before you didn't put it in the bag, and we've been traveling. Somebody's been traveling with the gem.
True.
I think. What do you remember? What kind of exercises you were doing at the time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was doing some of my forms.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and if you can run through those, I think that would be a great start.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will try a few. Let's see. I guess put it on the ground there. I was kind of doing my exercises around the pack, so put it in the middle.
Sounds good. We'll keep an eye on it.
Cool.
No.
Okay. The first one she'll try is probably one she calls the tiger form. Do I need to describe these? Because I kind of have an image in my head.
Yeah,
But
if you can, tell me what it looks like.
Okay. Tiger form is a lot more aggressive. It's it has a lot of like jumping forward and slashing. She is doing this with her scimitar. It's very fancy, and it has a large stone in the hilt. So the tiger form, like I said, is a lot more aggressive. So it's a lot of like she's crouching and springing forward and dodging to the side. and doing some forward flips, that sort of thing. She kind of ends up making a circle around the middle. Nothing happens on that one. So she'll try a different one. She tries the, I guess, a swan form. It looks like it's more of a dance than a fight. It's very like graceful and has a lot of just spins and less flips, but she is, slashing with the sword, so you can imagine it does some damage in certain circumstances. Nothing happens on that one. So she will try the falcon form, which has a lot more backwards movement and then a forward flip type thing where most of the slashes are after she flips forward and slashes, and sometimes she'll cartwheel, sometimes she'll flip sideways. It's a lot more acrobatic type movement, and she does it in a big circle around the stone, and that time it changes.
All right, then as it changes, all of the rest of you guys, you see a bright light coming from a point on the top of her scimitar, and then you guys are all thrown like 15 meters away from it.
Oh, okay.
Nova does not notice.
Yeah, Nova, you don't notice because instead of watching this thing transform or seeing any light, you see a vision. And in the space of only a few seconds, you see a creature. It's tall and strong and proud. Its golden coat glistening in the bright moonlight. And as it stands, you see creatures of every kind creeping out of the shadows around it, and they attack it, piercing its skin and marring its hide. And you see the pain on its face, and you can almost feel its terror, and then it crumples to the ground, and it's dead. And you watch the creatures disappear back into the shadow from around it, leaving the lifeless body behind, and then after maybe one too many seconds of stillness, you see him rise again to his feet, shake his head and turn away from you, following the others into the darkness. And you can see the marks on his fur showing that he was clearly slain, and yet he stands, broken and bleeding, but alive. And as he disappears into the darkness, your awareness returns to where you are, and you see in front of you a golden hand mirror with green glass instead of a giant gem.
Well, that's interesting. Do I have any feelings off of this vision, or is it another just kind of, I saw this thing?
It's just you saw this thing.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
She'll probably stand there stunned for a second, but she's not going to say anything because she still doesn't know what to do with this.
That's it. Ow.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's what that thing turns into. Cool. I'm a little surprised.
I'm a little scared.
After a second, she may turn to Corbin and quietly ask, but you guys can hear it, but in just a quiet voice, ask, did Peabody give any clue as to what animal this is going to summon?
So you all feel the ground rumble beneath you a little bit. And Corbin just kind of shakes his head a little bit. The older Kenku has followed you guys out, to the doorway of the hut, at least. She was watching this whole thing. And she's kind of smiling oddly at this performance. And she was not thrown. Yeah, you guys feel another kind of rumble, but it's a little weird. It's not like giant footsteps. It's just kind of rumbly.
All right. Corbin, quick question. Mm-hmm. What possible animals do you know could be summoned from these gems? Do you know off the top of your head, or does anybody know off the top of their head? I'm really just throwing straws here. We need to be prepared for pretty much anything at this point.
Why are you guys all on the ground?
Yeah, the funny thing happened on the way to you opening that crystal up and turning it into a hand mirror. It's pretty powerful stuff. Apparently, you're just fine. I don't know how, but
we got knocked back.
Yeah,
who's
somehow.
she?
You feel another rumble. Corbin says, there's, all I know really is that there's 9 different animals from the old island of, or old place, city of Omu. There's I think there was a Sioux monster in there. I'm not real big on the lore, so I don't remember all of them. I think there was a Commodon?
Nova's looking at the older lady now.
Yes. She is also watching you, Nova.
She'll ask again, who's she? Or, sorry, who are you?
And Corbin turns and he says, "This is my mother, sorry. She's, she thinks she's a witch. Anyway."
Corbin, when am I getting paid?
Since this clearly worked, now. And he, goes back into the house and he says, "She'll follow me."
I do so.
I do so as well.
I stay outside, and I tell Banini, don't go anywhere. We need to get this beast as soon as it comes.
Okay.
I'm still looking at the old lady. Do you remember anything?
She reaches out and she puts 2 fingers on your face, on either side of your left eye, and she just says, "What?"
So that's her reaction. Oh,
okay. And she just says, "Remember." And then she withdraws her hand.
Okay then.
Corbin.
Yeah, Nova, remember.
Corbin and Kali. Corbin goes into the hut and he goes into one of the small rooms on the side where the old Kenku was, and then quickly returns with a bag and he hands it to you, Kali.
Oh, thank you.
Not you.
Take it.
Yeah, it's Kali.
So I'll take it. I'm not taking the bag, so I should help you.
Okay, yeah, and if you look into it, it's filled with about 600 GP.
I take it.
Yeah. Okay.
Go.
And then he says, "I hope that suffices." Okay, yeah, another rumble, and then you, who's still outside? Glim is.
Glim is outside.
I am.
Yeah,
Glim
okay.
is.
Banini.
Yep.
Nova, are you facing the direction of the hut or the other direction? No, you're a little close to the hut because you're talking to the lady.
After she just touches my face and says, "Remember," I guess I'm gonna give up on her and turn towards wherever the rumble's coming from.
Okay. Then you and Glim both see coming from around this hut. How do I describe this? It looks like a 20-foot tall frog.
Ah, yes.
But instead of front arms, it's got tentacles, and on the top of his head, it has 3 eyes, protruding from the top of its head, and it has been slowly just slowly hopping its way over to you guys.
Hopping.
What?
Oh, that has to. Boom.
Wait, how was it again?
That.
Boom. Boom.
Yes.
Boom.
How tall is it again?
20 feet.
Boom.
What are we
how wide
supposed
is
to
it?
do with this thing?
Boom.
And it has arrived.
Does it stop hopping?
Yes, it does. It has reached you guys, and it just looks at you guys.
Okay, Banini.
Yes.
Does
Find
Loki do
a
anything?
No,
So, what, Robin?
Does Loki do anything?
Loki is, I think, he does react, but I think it's mostly to the size of this thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so he's hanging real close to you.
Banini.
Vignor, however,
Oh no, I forgot about Vignor.
looks real excited, his tail's wagging, and he's sat down, and his head's cocked, and his ears are up.
I don't know why.
Big frog.
He's a big frog. Yeah, big. Banini. You have that collar thing, right? Kate,
sure.
you think you can figure out a place to put that on that thing?
Okay.
Maybe a tentacle?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
It reaches out
So-
2 of its tentacles and starts poking you, Glim.
What? Oh, gee, ha! Oh, okay.
I will.
Now's the time. Ha! Ooh! Ah!
No one doesn't know how intelligent it is, but she will try speaking into its mind and say, hello?
It stops poking Glim and looks at you, but it doesn't really respond.
Banini, go do it now. Put the thing on the thing.
Do you understand me?
It does not respond.
And then
it just
while
watches.
it's distracted.
Can we put
I
this
guess?
on your tentacle?
Banini, are you walking towards it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, he starts poking you.
Okay. And then
But he thinks you're putting yourself on the tentacle.
as I'm getting poked, can I try to put the collar on the poking tentacle?
Yes, roll a dexterity. I think that would be a dexterity.
Yeah,
Where?
that or sleight of hand, which is also
Yeah,
dexterity.
sleight of hand would suffice, yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
you managed to slip it on just fine while it's trying to tickle you.
Oh, that was scary. Okay.
All right, let's see if we can beam home.
All right.
We have the tablets,
So,
right?
yeah, you guys have the tablets.
How do they work? I know that we got a tutorial on how to use these guys.
Yeah, they're on. You just need to tap them.
All right. Well,
Quick question:
Banini,
how are you guys gonna bring? Are you guys bringing Kali back with you?
Does Kali have a tablet?
She does not.
I do not.
I don't have a +1.
I'm kind of hesitant because she kind of just left us.
No, but she was ultimately faithful, you guys.
She was ultimately faithful to getting the reward. Yes.
Is this happening in character? Are you
Yeah,
guys
we're
talking about in character?
I guess we're talking
Because
about this in
otherwise,
character.
Nova's not going to notice.
I guess we're talking. Yeah, I
Okay.
think. Well,
She's
I don't
not
know
going to notice that Kali doesn't have a tablet and that she's not coming with.
Okay.
Unless
Yeah, I'm just
somebody
gonna
actually
remind you, according to the plan that you guys constructed right off the bat, she has been extremely faithful to you guys.
Yes, that's what I mean.
She did exactly what you guys. Yeah.
Banini, I need you to go with the monster because that's our number one goal. I'll stick behind and I'll talk to Corbin and see what I can do about this.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can't fit that in your bag.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the case, then you can try asking Corbin like where it is we are getting beamed off to and how far it is for Kali to go. I don't know.
It's worth a shot. It's
Yeah,
worth a shot.
okay.
We love her to be read in. Yeah.
Okay. Then,
All right,
yeah.
so go ahead and try getting back, please.
Okay, so you and the monster, are you? Please tell me you picked up the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay, you and the mirror and the monster.
Hang on, no, Nova picked up the mirror.
Okay.
Oh no!
Or can they not travel separately?
Oh, that would
They
be problem.
can.
It was
will
more
just-
the fact that Banini keeps trying to steal everything, so I don't think Nova
Yeah.
would have let
Okay. I'm not
him
gonna
take
okay.
it.
I'm not gonna steal something like this. There's probably no value in it. So.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah.
Did anyone investigate the mirror? Like, I don't know if I
No.
missed anything. Okay.
Okay. I will
Should we?
investigate.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't want to, like, shoehorn the plot or anything.
But
I was just curious if I missed something because I was typing for a while. But you guys didn't?
No.
no, we
Okay.
didn't. Yeah, we didn't.
Would you like us? Well, I guess I should, but I'm not super intelligent, so we'll see how this goes.
Let me see.
You are a diva, though.
I am.
Okay.
Wow.
No, Nova's it's a pretty mirror with strange green glass.
I mean, did she look into it at all?
I'm assuming yes.
Okay, that suffices, because when you look into it, you see that the surroundings in the mirror show that you're in a jungle, even though you're in a desert.
Well, that's strange. That'll be what she says if
Okay.
somebody else wants to do a thing. She'll probably hold it up and start turning in a circle.
Okay.
Hey, Glim, can you check out that mirror too?
What? Why?
Because it looks cool. And
I'm sure it does, but what's more important right now is to get
I'm innately suspicious of you, Banini, but okay.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it's cool, but right now the most important thing is to get the beast and back home. And
Okay.
Do you
when
not
do-
find it remotely interesting that Nova is literally holding it up and twirling in a circle?
I mean, I find that interesting.
I only find it mildly
And
interesting
I'm a
knowing
little
Nova.
a little envious. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is a nice mirror. I'm sure it looks
Well,
pretty
why
nice.
don't you try talking to me?
Hey, Nova, having fun?
Are we in a jungle?
Oh, man, you know,
Used to be a jungle?
man, this heat is getting to her. Guys, we really should be getting...
When's the
No,
last time
look,
you eaten?
look, it's a jungle. She'll, show you.
Yeah, and you guys, if you look into the mirror, you can see that the mirror shows that you guys are in a jungle.
That's interesting.
That sounds expensive.
She'll just
It sounds expensive.
throw you a look.
Yes.
It's
Throw you a
exotic.
look that did not help.
No, okay.
I suppose it is a one of a kind item, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna ignore that.
Okay, can I go at two? Anyways.
Do you see anything besides jungle when you're looking around?
I mean, you see yourselves in it. You see the building that is nearby. The
building's in it.
It seems like everything is the same except that there's jungle instead of desert around you.
She'll hand it to you, Glim.
Glim is trustworthy.
Okay.
Is there anything special about the weight or anything how it feels? Do I need to roll for? I should roll for that.
13?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a really fancy mirror. The, handle on the framing is gold. And then the glass is green, presumably the garnet.
Green.
Yeah.
Any lettering at all? It's just decorative.
Just decorative.
Just decorative. That's interesting. Well,
can I do an investigation on the frog toad thing?
Okay. What
Is
are you trying to determine?
Just, would that be perception, I guess?
Sure, but what are you trying to determine? I mean,
Just
you know that the frog is there, so it would
Yes.
probably not be perception. It would probably be investigation.
Is this a real frog? Is this frog real?
Just. Okay, never mind then.
Well, what are you trying to do?
Just making a joke.
No, it's fine. It's just, what are you trying to do?
I don't know, just to see if there's anything else about him that we missed. Or
Okay, yeah, sure, fine. Roll investigation. That's an 8.
Never mind.
You can tell that the frog is very friendly.
What color is the frog? Can I know that?
Yeah, it's sort of greenish, like a dingy green.
Okay.
Do his eyes look intelligent, or does he look very you can tell looking in an animal's eyes usually kind of the amount of intelligence there.
It looks intelligent.
So you know this, Banini, and we don't.
Okay.
And
I haven't looked yet.
try making a nature check. That's a roll, right?
What is a roll?
Yes.
Who, I do that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Much better.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, you can tell this is a frog hemoth.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Out of character, does anyone have good animal handling?
Nope.
I do.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know what
curious. Just curious.
I don't know where you're going with this, but
No, I'm not going anywhere with it. I'm just curious because it's an animal, and you might be able to handle an animal if you have good animal handling.
oh boy, I can already see the picture.
No, that's all there is to it. I'm sorry.
in my mind.
Never mind.
Of this tiny dwarf.
Oh, you can be riding on top of it. Yeah.
Riding on top of this massive 20-foot dingy green frog hemoth with tentacles.
Looks so majestic.
I guess while Glim is looking in the mirror, Nova
Wait a
will
minute.
wander over at Banini looking at the frog and ask, What is it?
Well, it's a frog.
Hemoth. Frog
Really?
hemoth.
It's a frog.
It's a frog.
But it's a big frog, so I think it's a frog hemoth.
Is that a thing?
It is.
I want to say yes.
It is different from a frog. It has tentacles for arms, but okay.
Oh, okay.
That's.
Oh my goodness.
While they're doing that, I want to take a look in the mirror, having the mirror face pointing towards the frog. And do I see it in that?
You do, but it looks a lot smaller and more brightly colored.
But same form. It's still a frog hemoth, just a smaller frog hemoth.
Yes.
How many tentacles does it have?
4, I think. 2 on either side.
And it still has legs?
Yes, it still has hind legs to jump with.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Interesting.
A bizarre creature.
Yeah.
Truly I guess I relay this information to the rest of the gang. I guess I could walk over to them and show them themselves.
Yeah.
Hey guys, take a look at this. Isn't that kind of interesting?
That is
Interesting.
interesting.
Yeah. I have
She'll
no idea what it
look
means.
up at the frog human and be like, "You look prettier in the mirror."
Wow! Ouch!
And then I say, like, you look prettier just how you are, just the way you are.
It ruffles your hair a little bit.
No body shaming. Yeah.
And I blush a little bit.
Glim, how much is your employer paying you?
Hundreds of GP, allegedly. And you have to see the.
I'm the one with a bad memory in this group.
Wasn't it something like 500 to 600?
Something in that. Yeah, it doesn't sound wrong, but
there it's 500, I believe.
Yeah, that's fine. Nova might not know the exact. She was paying attention, but
I'm kind of busy. Yes, there's a lot that's going on right now.
For us, it's like 500 each time, and then we get something. We get a weekly or monthly stipend as well.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah, stipend of like 20. It's pretty good.
So, but Nova just kind of is like, it's like something like 500 or 600. I don't know.
I'd be interested to join you guys.
You know what? I think we
good success rate so far.
Yeah, like pretty good.
Yeah, if everything you guys do is like as simple as this, then I'm down.
Oh, so well, yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure it'll only get easier from here.
Nova's having a really conflicted time because, like, earlier she was really, really mad at Collie because she thought she had betrayed them, and now she did it, and she's just real confused. So she's just like,
so that's
okay.
Cool. Well, do you have a?
When you assume.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So you have your tablet, Callie?
I never had a tablet.
Well,
what the heck's a tablet?
Okay. Well, a tablet is a little
tablet. Okay. So I show her tablet. Sigh. Look, break.
Can these tablets transport people with us?
They can't. Each tablet is, to remind you, each tablet has a +1 capability. So those of you with animals, your +1 capability is currently taken up. Banini currently has an animal as his +1, but he won't have it forever.
No.
It is not your pet.
No.
He wants a pet.
I want the frog as my pet. We have a good bond going.
Oh, I'm sure you. Yeah, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Well, tell you what, guys.
What's up?
I
feel like I could trust Callie with my life. So,
Corbin, do you have a tablet?
He shakes his head.
Oh, yeah.
He says, I'm a merc. I don't go into the base.
How far are we from base?
And he draws a little map in the sand showing the basic layout of the terrain, and he says, like, you're south of the main canyon through Mundus. He says, we're right here, and then he points up to next to the coast about, I want to say maybe 75 miles away, and he says, and the base is up here. So that's...
She'll look at Loki and be like, Could you fly this?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Are you do you understand this enough to fly it?
Yeah.
He looks a little bit sad, but he can.
Oh, don't worry. We'll dance together when you get back. You'll get all sorts of rock candy. I've been growing some since we left.
He fluffs out his feathers and makes a kind of weird noise.
I love those noises. Okay, buddy.
Wait,
I will see you soon.
Loki's going to be sent to the area?
Loki's going to fly there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you'll be my +1.
Oh.
He spreads his wings and takes off.
I love you!
He makes another weird noise. I do not know how to replicate that noise as a human being.
You need to just record it and roll 20 and then just play it back somehow.
Yes. So he makes his signature weird noise and flies off. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Good deal.
Wait, you did grab the collar from Loki, right?
The tag?
What tag?
The tag that you used to bring in with the tablet.
Okay, well, he's not that far off yet. She'll be like, she'll whisper in his mind, wait, Loki, come back real fast, I'm sorry.
He makes a large, graceful turn and flies back and lands. And looks at you very confused.
She'll take the tag. I still love you. You can go now.
Okay, he takes off again and flies away.
She'll just walk up and tag Collie.
Nice.
She puts it on his shirt somewhere. On her shirt, excuse me. I know, I got it. Her. I did correct myself. Would it be easier, you guys, if we went back to using character voices so we have less of this confusion where we thought we were saying?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry, I'm not great at them, but I will do my best.
Good luck.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's helpful.
Okay.
You don't worry about it, Banini. You sound just like you anyway. No. Okay, so.
All right, let's go ahead and tap those tabs.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
We do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys tap your tablets and you arrive in Equilibrium, and I have the map for you now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay, so you arrive in the reportal room, and Jan is there waiting for you. The froghemoth barely fits under the ceiling. But as soon as you arrive, you guys hear alarms going off.
No.
What?
I said no.
You don't need to worry.
Oh.
And like within a matter of seconds, a few guards, I guess, they're people you recognize from having been there a week, as well as the half-orc woman that was the captain of the guard that you haven't met yet, come running into the reportal room. And they look around and see who you are, what you've brought, and Kali. And the captain of the guard says, well, welcome back. Who's that?
This is a big frog. We don't know.
She had been pointing at Kali, but okay.
Oh. Well, is Kali standing in front of the frog?
No, you can keep going with that.
Okay.
So she says, okay, I can see that. Who's she then? And she points a little bit more directly at the not big frog in the room.
She wanted to join us.
All right.
Yeah, she was the our contact at at a rendezvous point, and I highly recommend her. She's very efficient, very intelligent, and all in all, very faithful sort of employee. We'd like her to be read in if that's at all possible. So you may.
She nods and she says, "I'm not the right person to be talking to about this. I think I should probably bring you guys to Peabody to debrief."
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, bring the frog along. Come on, guys. And she.
Is that thing gonna fit through that door?
Yeah. Yes. With a little work, but yes.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Get some WD-40 in here when we'll get this thing right through.
She leads you to Peabody's office.
God. How?
Which is so small now that I'm looking at it. Okay.
The froghemoth just like shimmies along.
Yes, it just
hallway.
like scrapes down the hallways.
Yeah.
And you guys find yourselves in Peabody's office where she's waiting for you behind her desk. And she says, "Congratulations on your success, and welcome to you, I suppose. To Equilibrium."
Peabody, why do you have a twin sister?
The color drains out of her face.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And she says, "I'm sorry, what?"
We may have told her a lot of things because we thought she was you. Like a lot of things.
Yeah, she takes a long moment, and then she says,
"You could have told us that before we went there."
That was your bad.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, it was definitely your bad. Yeah, definitely your bad. Yeah. And definitely not our fault at all for not picking up on some subtleties here.
Well, it would have been nice if she'd let us know.
She let us know she wasn't going to the party.
What was she an exact lookalike, just like at the party?
So why would we automatically think when she told us she's not going to the party and then she shows up at the party that we think this is normal?
Well, maybe she changed.
But who expects there to be an exact lookalike at a party?
Yeah.
And nobody tells them beforehand.
Very true.
It's a lot more logical to expect her to have changed plans for some reason and shown up at the party than it is, suddenly she has somebody who looks exactly like her.
She has her face covered by her hands as you guys are continuing talking about this. And then she says...
Maybe we should let Peabody speak.
Yeah. Nova's plan.
She says, I wasn't anticipating this because it has been so long since anybody heard anything from the Lich.
Oh.
But I guess the Lich is back.
Lich.
Yes. You may or may not remember when I was explaining what we are as Equilibrium. In the past, the previous city of Omu and the 9 deities that we're trying to restore, they were destroyed by a Lich, and the city was destroyed by the Lich, and that's what we've been recovering from, and this entire effort has been, well, the Lich has been constantly in one way or another trying to stop us, but it has been actual years since we had heard anything from the Lich. I had assumed that maybe something had, that it had gone dormant or had been destroyed. I guess I had assumed incorrectly.
Yeah.
So,
well,
it still begs the question, why y'all look so similar?
Yeah.
The Lich is a shapeshifter, and...
Okay, why does she look so similar?
If you let me continue... the Peabody family has been the leadership of Omui and Equilibrium for as long as it's been around, and the Lich has been normally with brute force or trying to stop us while we're out in the field or something along those lines. The Lich has tried to stop us, but I guess this time around I'm sensing some kind of espionage or cunning subterfuge if it looks just like me.
She was working for what's his face?
Quills?
The guy we stole from.
Quills.
She was working for Quills, and that's probably why I realized I should stop talking to her.
She frowns at this and she says, that doesn't really make sense, but I'll take your word.
So, I didn't mention Equilibrium
Okay.
or your actual name, but I did ask if she had a twin sister, so she probably knows we were working for you. But maybe not where or what exactly.
Right.
She does know we stole the gym for you, though.
That's not great, but...
And she saw Loki.
She saw Loki, okay,
That was unavoidable. Even if we didn't, have an interaction with her, there was no way to avoid, to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, she probably would have saw him either way.
Alright, she turns to Kali and she says, you probably need to be read in, don't you?
What do you mean?
I don't know how much you know because I haven't spoken to you specifically. What all do you know about, well, Equilibrium and Omu, and what all do you know?
Not much, just from what these two have shared, these three have shared freely. And apparently they've told strangers at the party.
Alright, then let me briefly explain. And then she tells you, really briefly that Omu was, a great city The 9 gods resided there. They were destroyed by the Lich. You already heard that. They've been underground ever since, trying to restore the city of Omu. The 9 gods had been keeping the world, like, the world tree intact, and with them reduced to their current state, the world tree is being, like, split apart, and planes aren't working the way they're supposed to. And so what she's employed...
Split apart?
Yes.
Oh, that was real?
What?
I mean, I had a dream that a big tree was getting split apart with black tentacles.
Oh, no.
But I thought it was just a dream. Peabody, I'm seeing things.
Explain?
Well, I thought I did, but I had a dream that was exactly what you just described, but with more black tentacles.
She sighs and, like, takes off her spectacles and sets them on her desk and just, like, runs a hand through her hair.
She's been doing that a lot, hasn't she?
Yes, and she's looking at the desk, so you can't see her eyes yet, but she, after a moment, she just looks up at you. You see her eyes are a bright, piercing blue instead of gold, and she says...
Oh!
She says...
Your eyes are blue.
Yeah. Oh.
Sorry.
By the way,
no, go back. Sorry. You can go back and say what you were trying to say.
I do want to clarify that this is an important point, Dr. Peabody, because when the Lich's eyes were kind of a bright
gold. They were gold.
Yeah. Just so you can paint a picture. No spectacles either. That should have clued us in on a lot of things.
I apologize. I forgot your eye color until now. I maybe should have caught that.
She just sort of nods and looks to the middle distance a little bit absently, and then she says, I think it would be safe to assume with this shape-shifting lich to be wary of anything with golden eyes. If you
Question. Is the eye color something that's going to be very difficult to change as a shapeshifter?
Yes.
Okay, that's very helpful.
Yeah.
So
be aware of people that wear glasses for no good reason either.
Like me, yes.
Are you a shapeshifter by any chance?
Yeah, that's a good...
Her eyes are blue.
She sighs, right. And then she says that I'm nearsighted and I'm self-conscious about my eyes. It's a family trait.
Well, that's
and also
weird.
I like the flare.
Yeah, the flare. Very flary, yeah. Buttons too, a good flare too. Anyway, moving on.
She says... Let me get this straight, Nova. You saw the world tree in a vision, and you saw black tentacles around it.
Well, to be specific, I saw the world tree, and then I saw it splitting, and then black tentacles broke out of it and, like, vined up its branches. It was it was a tree, and it got consumed by black tentacles. I don't know.
That is...
Cool.
Is this something I should be worried about? Because I just thought it was a vision or like a dream.
I don't think.
Oh, have you had any visions since? By the way,
is this something that happens often to you? Do you get visions a lot?
I think I saw a lion earlier. I don't know. It was very shiny, had a pretty coat, got killed by creatures, and then went all zombie mode and joined the creatures. But, it was just like a daydream after I woke the gym.
Huh.
She frowns, looking at her desk again, and then she says, I'm not really sure what to make of those visions. That's new to me. Although I am concerned about the one where you saw the world tree. That seems like it could be very important. I need to maybe have some of my people on that and see what they can find in the library as far as meaning to that might be. In the meantime, perhaps we should wake up the frog-hemoth.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean wake up the frog-hemoth? He's already here.
Yes, the stone was awoken, but he is not.
He looked pretty
alive to us, yeah. We could, interact with him. He poked us.
Does he have just like one tentacle going into the office because he can't fit?
Yes.
I mean, this thing ain't pretty dead in my opinion, or we're pretty sleepy.
It's not sleepy. Well, last time we checked, he wasn't sleepy.
I mean, if this guy is asleep right now, I'm not sure I want to be in the same tiny room with it when it actually wakes up.
They have a big room downstairs.
I'm not sure I want to be in the same big room.
Oh.
It's down the hall. She smiles. She smiles and she says, "How would I show you what I mean? Why don't you come with me?"
Okay.
And then
where to?
Just follow me.
Okay.
And she goes outside of her office and like starts walking down. I'm trying to reveal this on the map. Sorry. She guides you through a wall outside of her office.
Oh.
And you walk down a hallway into, like a very short hallway, into a big, very big, round room. And in the center of the room, blocked off from your view, in the center of the room, from your perspective, you see, like, a curved wall occupying some of the space, but just around it you can make out 9 pedestals on the perimeter of a round it's part of the room that is down a step. Like in the center of the room, it's like a circle that is down a step. So yeah, you can see the 9 pedestals. You can also see on the center pedestal, the southmost center pedestal, there is a sphere on it that is sort of bluish white and about 3 inches in diameter. And she guides the froghemoth towards the center, and as you guys go into the room and walk around the center wall area, you can see, like, in the middle of the room is water that, like, glows in a kind of odd way. It's clearly magical, and that's the best way I can describe it. And she guides the froghemoth to the spring, and it, like, touches the water, and as soon as it does, the water rushes up out of the spring and encircles him, obfuscating what he looks like, and, like, rushes around and around him until, like a couple seconds pass, and then the water recedes and goes back into the center of the room, and the froghemoth has changed into what you saw in the mirror. He's much smaller, like only about 10 feet tall, brilliantly colored, and around his neck is like a wreath of greenery. And he looks a whole lot more intelligent now, too. And now he just, like, stands looking at you.
Hello.
Yeah, and he looks at you with kind eyes, and he says, "Hello."
Oh, you can talk.
Yep.
Yes. And then he looks at, like, the rest of you, and he says, "Thank you. Kali, are you in there?
Yes.
Are you, like, reacting to any of this at all?"
No, I was waiting for things to play out so I could wait and then talk to Peabody separately afterwards.
She's probably, like, chilling in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just watching this happen, and then you also notice who had the mirror?
I had handed it to Glim, so Glim has it.
Oh, okay.
I still have the mirror. How about that?
Okay, you don't
probably remember
anymore.
this.
You do notice.
Oh.
Yeah, you notice. Well, actually, you do, but you don't. It's not a mirror anymore. You notice that, like, the mirror has turned into a strangely 3 inches in diameter spherical green object.
It's a sphere, a green sphere.
Yes, it's a green sphere. It's a green garnet sphere.
Oh.
Were you just, like, holding it, or is it in your pack?
I think it was in my pack because...
Yeah, so you notice that, like, something is now bulging out of your pack weirdly that wasn't before the frog turned.
Interesting. Oh,
yeah, and so Peabody says, "And now the gem." Who has this?
I forgot. It's we still have it, obviously. Otherwise, Beastie would not be very happy. Sorry, what former Beastie? Much nicer froghemoth now.
What's your name?
Yes.
He says, "I am Kubazan."
Kubazan.
Nice to meet you, Kubasan.
And you are...
I'm Nova Shatai. At your service. I generally have my bird Loki with me, my crane, but he is currently flying home.
Yes, I remember. Okay. I don't think he responds to that beyond, yes, I remember.
Okay.
So you have the gem. Peabody walks over to you then, since you were responding to when she mentioned the gem. And she says,
let me go ahead and grab it out if I can. Is it slippery or it's
no.
just
Yeah, roll that straight. No.
Oh, whoops! No, here we go.
She takes the sphere and then she sets it on the pedestal next to the one that currently already has an orb, and it just like she sets it there, and then she says, "Thank you, all of you, for your hard work."
How many pedestals are there?
There's
9 in total. Yep.
Yeah.
9. Okay, cool.
Now, what was the color of the other sphere?
Sort of bluish white.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, just so bluish white, and then that one. So,
I mean,
now at
if
this
you
point,
want to roll a nature check, I can tell you more exactly what it is.
Yeah, why not? I'm curious. I mean, I'm thinking. I figured out at this point that all of the hints that Nova has dropped at this point, that Loki is actually one of these divine beings, or at least a manifestation of said divine beings. I'm not entirely sure how it works.
It is notable that Loki is also wearing a gem around his neck. I think it's sapphire, right?
It is blue fluorite.
Blue fluorite, sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a blue fluorite gem around Loki's neck at all times.
Glim, you can tell from looking at it that the orb that was on the center pedestal is moonstone.
Moonstone. Okay. Yeah. So and the center pedestal. So we got 2 of the smaller ones, and then the center pedestal with a. And is it bigger?
They're all like both spheres are about 3 inches in diameter.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Center. Oh, okay. Center is in not in the middle of the spring. It's just center in terms of in the middle of a group of 5.
Yes.
Okay. So moonstone, and then the other one is we know that one's a garnet because we've discussed the composition
yes,
ad nauseum.
Garnet.
Green garnet.
What did he say his name was?
Kubazon.
Yeah. Sorry, I was writing it down. I'm taking notes now.
Yes.
Yep. There's nothing else to. No further questions, Your
I
Honor.
learned my lesson.
You've got Kubazon and then another mystery in there. Alright, and then Peabody says, again, thank you for your hard work. We're one step closer to saving the world.
I try.
I guess Nova will whisper to Peabody, "Where's Moa?"
She just like gives you a pointed look, and then she says, probably in his office. And then she says, in the meantime, I don't have a next mission lined up for you exactly. Not yet, so I suppose you could, like, return to your quarters and, I'll get back to you as soon as we have the next one ready. Unless you have any further questions.
I do have a quick question.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Well, I'll let you go first.
Banini?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Just wondering, are we gonna get paid?
Yes. Oh, yes. Come with me.
Okay.
Money.
I like money.
And then she leads you back to her office, and she like rifles through her desk, one of the drawers, and she pulls out 3 leather pouches, and she hands them to each of you except for you, Kali. And she says you should find within 500 gold pieces each, as previously determined. Any other questions?
Yeah, you had mentioned that there is a place called Amui, and
yes,
and which is different than the old city of Amu.
Yes.
I'm just trying to draw everything together since I'm actually paying attention. Where is Amui?
She smiles and puts her glasses back on, and she says, "I thought you'd never ask."
Oh.
And she says, "Follow me," and leads you down through the center of the base towards the entry hall, and you reach the entry hall, and she walks you down the stairs on one side of it. And she leads you down to a sort of platform. And from that platform, you can see an overlook of the city below. And what you see is... You see a huge city, like, easily you can't even see into the distance of it, underground. And it is hewn from stone and filled with light. You can see part of it is organic light. You can see gardens that are filled with bioluminescence. You can see cities that are channeled with light through it. The same hard light from the stairs that you first encountered, as well as the flickering light of candles and fires. You can see it looks vast and beautiful and full of life. You can hear from where you are people bustling about, living their lives, and you can... It's huge and glorious and beautiful and so much bigger than you ever thought it would be. And
Whoa.
She says, "This is Omui. These are my people, my friends, my family. This is what we are."
It's a great big world outside of Mundus for sure.
Yes. And she says, a lot of old Omu was taken from the old site and then brought here, restored some of the buildings, some of the religious things, a lot of the artwork, the carvings, anything of value was taken from the ruins and brought here. That's how we fund our operation, is we've sold a lot of it, we craft a lot of new things. It's a very successful city, but it operates underground, where we live in shadow for now because of the Lich.
Can she find us now?
Hopefully not, but we'll need to prepare in case she does.
What do we do if we see her again?
Don't talk to her. Don't give her anything else. Honestly,
idea.
if you see her, run.
Sorry, I'm laughing because
You already gave
very
her
similar.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I'm like, oh no! Who do I trust? No, but it's just like, but if she like attacks us, she sounds pretty powerful.
Yeah, pretty scary.
That's...
I don't know,
Well, you need to
scary.
be-
She just sounds powerful.
Yeah, I mean, powerful people typically scary.
Are they?
I think so.
She says, that's why it is imperative to be vigilant whenever you leave here. Be vigilant, and if you see her, if you see something with bright golden eyes like you saw before, if you see anything that makes you think that it might be her, run. Don't
Okay.
engage. Don't try and talk to her or it or whatever it is you find. Just run.
Okay.
Well, I'm good at that.
Anyway, this is what it's all about, this city. And she gestures and she says, this is what I'm trying to save. Well, these people are what I'm trying to save, but the world as well. Because it expands so much further beyond just us. And she leads you back upstairs to Equilibrium.
Well, this just seems really anticlimactic now. Like, we're coming back to this.
Yeah.
Can we have a house out there someday?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I would love to have some sort of a pad.
Of course.
A place to spend our vacation days?
Maybe
Yes, of course.
maybe we can get a condo down there. Timeshare. We can do a timeshare if we really need to.
You are prized seekers. Of course you can have a house down there.
Can we have multiple houses?
Oh, no.
Well, I'd be willing to split one as long as I got a lock on my door, and she'll glare at Banini.
Oh.
Peabody raises her eyebrows and she says, what's that all about?
I have no idea.
Yeah, no idea at all.
Oh no, we definitely don't use sarcasm as a means of actually communicating our internal problems at all.
I actually
never.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Do you want me to actually explain?
No, it's okay.
I am extremely... What exactly happened down there?
They can be discussed at a different time. At a more... It's not relevant to what's going on.
You guys tell me right now if you want me to actually launch into what Nova thinks happened.
Please don't.
Let's go debrief right now. Let's do that right now.
Oh, God.
All right, she takes you guys to back to her office. She has you guys sit down again, and she says, "All right, debrief.
Oh no!
Fill me in."
I'd rather not.
So, it went really great at first. Actually, it sounds like I don't know. Do you want to tell your part there, Glim, and then I'll take over after that?
Sure. So the plan was initially to when we were doing the heist to go in as an entourage. Nova disguised me as one of the guards persons, and I happen to have some knowledge of a location spell because I actually handled the gem in the past. Funny story. I'll have to tell you about it later.
Yeah, maybe later.
Yeah, but anyway, I was able to get into the house and then wander around the house a little bit as a guard disguised, and found out that they were putting it in a carriage in their carriage room, and looks like they were going to take it somewhere, but. At any rate, we after finding it, a colleague decided to swoop in literally and figuratively and disguise herself as Quills and convince the guards to vacate the premises. We got the gem out of the whatever chest it was in, and she flew away. Then, so that was fine. No incidents whatsoever is afterwards, because at that point, somehow Quills was alerted that there was a problem. So I injured myself. Hence the bandages on my nose and my broken broadsword here.
Did you take that with you?
It might be handy.
No, but actually, just like, did you take that with you? What?
Yeah, it's a good prop. I could use it again maybe in a similar situation. To convince, but anyway, I convinced the guards, thankfully, that I was mugged by a shapeshifter, which wasn't true, but at any rate, and was taken up to some sort of a bedroom and managed to communicate to Nova, who had been up to this point performing outside, that got the gem, but we needed a distraction to get me out of the house without incident, and so that's where she comes in.
I asked Banini to cause a distraction, and Banini's idea of distraction was to stand up on the stage and shout that the owner of the establishment was involved in child smuggling and enslavement.
She takes off her glasses again and just like crosses her arms on the desk in front of her and rests her head on her arms.
Funny enough, Quill seemed to not even care about this. None of the guards really seemed to care that much. Nobody did a thing. He literally went back in the house and sat behind his desk and I guess interviewed somebody else he took with him. So I asked Banini to try something different. That was probably my fault at that point. I should have just, done something myself, but I was trying not to implicate you by implicating myself. So at that point, Banini takes me hostage and then drags me off the stage with him and then takes the fake you hostage and then demands that everybody put their purses on the ground. I, at this point, just took it as an opportunity to try and get Glim out, at least. And so I went upstairs, got Glim, came back down. Glim got drunk? Or maybe he was pretending to be drunk. It was unclear. But a little of both. At that point, he was, still trying to, I guess, take everybody's purses. He wouldn't run. I told him to run multiple times. And then he told me, but I want the stuff. And so he did not run. He did not get any stuff.
You're just putting me on blast
completely. He got charmed by one of the guards and then just strutted his way back into the house, into a room where we were all in a room with the fake you. And I did not realize she was a fake you, so that's when I told her a lot of stuff I probably should not have. But once I realized she wasn't you, I was like, we gotta run. And we managed to, just like barely, we went out her window. She didn't actually try to stop us, though, which is maybe mildly interesting.
Maybe greatly concerning.
But
wait a minute.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, it's interesting.
Do we know if we've been tagged or anything?
What?
I don't know. I don't know how clever this lich is. Is there some sort of a object or something that maybe that this lich slipped us that maybe they could use to find us at a later point?
That would be a good thing to check, actually.
Maybe we should roll for that. We probably should have done that before we decided we were going to escape, but we did not think about that.
Yeah.
That was our bad. Yeah, that's really stupid. Do
you have a place where you can detect magic?
She got a 17 plus 3, so 20 Arcana check, and so she looks you guys over, and she's like, I don't sense any magic from you that didn't originate here. Well, or from that was different from when you were here last. So there's at least that. But technology, I don't know. I think the security system would pick up foreign objects like that.
Yeah.
Well, there were a lot of alarms that went off as soon as we got in. I don't know if any of those were related to that.
What?
Oh, no, that was because Kali was here.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't have Seeker Sneakers yet.
But technology?
Yes. Technology. That's what this space is built on.
What sort of technology?
Magic.
Wait, what sort of technology do you guys have?
Well, she said that
Is it this just magic?
What were you going to say, Banini?
Oh, with the technology because of all the cameras and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have our security system is technology. The portal devices are technology. The tablets that you've been using are technology. Even the holographic barriers, they're technology. This isn't strictly magic here. Only partially.
Yeah.
Would the Lich know any of this technology as well? And why?
It's unlikely.
But possible.
Nova would look really confused and maybe worried for 2 seconds, and then just stop.
She draws a breath and she says, "You're probably wondering where the technologies come from and how, what on earth it means."
Not really.
Well, I am.
It's another form of magic.
Basically, essentially. The Omui and Equilibrium have had a bit of an advancement beyond regular society because we have the help of the Nameless Bard. I think I mentioned him in my original story to you. He is the one who restored the 9 deities to their animal forms because they had been dead. The Nameless Bard he has dominion over creation in the sense of advancement within a society.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been actually helping us considerably in this endeavor.
But he's still alive.
He's a god.
Oh.
Does he live here with us?
Yes and no.
What do you mean?
Is he chilling down in the city?
Yeah. What do you mean yes and no?
How do I explain this? Back to the Divine Spring we go.
Okay.
She takes you back to the Divine Spring, and she stands against the wall opposite of the way you came in, and she says, "We have. I'm sure you've noticed the sphere that was already here. This organization was built on. Well, one of the 9 awoke himself, and that one of the 9, his name is Moa, and he's just come with me, you'll see. And she walks through the wall on that side and into, if you follow?
Mm-hmm, we follow.
Okay.
Yeah, we follow.
Yeah, she walks through the wall on that side and into this big, oddly shaped room. One moment, please, while I reveal this. I wasn't expecting to be revealing this.
Way to go, crew!
Woohoo!
We're digging in the mystery.
Yes.
Anytime, if you want us to, do stuff that, the chairman's office. Ooh.
Ooh, that's cool that it can just appear. Oh, that's right. You have this, blackout ability.
Yeah. Okay. So, you go into a room that's shaped like a lima bean, and it's very similar to how the gardens look. It's, very natural looking in there, full of plants and things. You also see, coiled up in, the far, on the far wall, in front of it, a huge snake.
Moa! Hey!
And, he lifts his head and looks over at you guys a little bit, if snakes could raise an eyebrow, he would be doing that.
How have you been?
This is Novakashtai. Which is your name, Robin. It's not Novashitai.
Oh. It's fine.
He says Novakashtai in a big booming voice, and he heads your way. You also see, off in, a different corner, the frog Hemoth is just, sitting, relaxing and chilling. Possibly reading a book. We don't know.
Hard to tell.
Yeah. He heads over and investigates, why you guys are in his office when you shouldn't be. And Peabody says, the Nameless Bard has, the ability to inhabit reptiles? It's difficult to explain. I don't really know all the ins and outs of it, but because Moa was the first to awaken, the Nameless Bard was able to inhabit him and help us out that way. So sometimes it is Moa, and sometimes it is the Nameless Bard.
Oh.
Okay.
So are you Moa right now? And were you Moa earlier when I met you?
And the snake sort of smiles in a snaky way and says,
Oh, he's trying to smile.
That's cute. Keep trying.
He says, I am Moa. I have been Moa for a few years. The Nameless Bard has not been called upon for a few years.
So he can be summoned?
He can be summoned.
How does he get summoned? Or is that not important?
It's not important.
Okay, then never mind.
I think that
That's
goes
not
above
something
our
I know. What?
I said I think that goes above our pay grade.
Okay, that's fine.
And so Peabody turns back to you and she says, so that's the secret of Equilibrium, really?
So,
Now that I've spilled all the beans to you.
So the god beings just inhabit the chairman's office when they're done being resurrected.
Yeah, they live in the chairman's office. They have direct access to the gardens, which were built for them.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, as long as they're happy here, I mean, we'd love to see you around every once in a while too. So I mean, maybe we'll have a cup of that black stuff. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, and at the cafe. Zephron, that's right.
And then,
do you like treats? Are there treats I can bring back for you guys sometimes?
Moa laughs. The frog Hemoth is just not caring right now.
So does that mean Kubazon is gonna be living here too?
Yes.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Yes. All
Your
of the
friend.
animals will be all of the animals will be living here until
Looks
And then-
Loki,
all of them
right?
are restored, and then they will be able to have free reign of themselves.
And spacious enough for them to be happy and everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, she leads you back through the spring into the Great Hall, which now you notice that there isn't a snake motif around the top of the room. And and she says, so do you have any more questions?
I'd love to be able to acquire some possibly helpful items with this. I noticed that there isn't a facility for
like a gift shop or anything.
Yeah, no gift
Shopping!
shop.
Yeah, we are currently building a location in Omui just for that. But currently the only available magic item shop that I know of in the area is the one in Misthaven that just arrived.
Oh.
We need to invest in better communication.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was gonna say that I'm not trying to make any excuses or anything, but I do believe that on the last mission I did, I was out of line like a lot, and I do think it would be beneficial if we were to find some way to communicate more efficiently, because I think that would be a big help for all of us, because just that was a mess, and it was a lot of it was my fault, but I think it was everyone kind of had their own plan, and we didn't really communicate that very well. Well, at least I didn't think we communicated it very well.
No, sorry, you're going through my brain, so if I don't know what your plan is, I can't communicate it.
Yeah. So I don't know. Because I felt like maybe we could have like used Nova as like a relay point, like.
I mean, we were.
Yeah.
I was passing things along, but if I keep asking you what your plan is and you don't tell me, then.
Yeah, I also I don't know if it was like the large amount of people at the gala that freaked me out, or just not having a plan in mind. I think just all of that just made everything all really bad on my part. Mm-hmm. So in the future, I would like to work, at least on my own part. I would like to work better with not messing everything up.
So not great under stress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will see what we can do about a communication system going forward.
Yeah.
That is very valid.
If you do have like the technology to like do something with the communication, maybe so like kind of like if we're able to like hear each other's voices, or like some kind of device that lets us hear each other's voices and lets us talk through that and stuff.
Do we know anybody in R&D who can work on that sort of thing?
Yes, we have people in the in R&D, as you said. I can have them work on something along those lines. In the meantime, until that's developed, see what the magic item shop has. I know that typically a magic item shop will sell stones of far speech, and that sounds an awful lot like something that would be useful to you.
Yeah.
So it's highly likely that that's something that they would have. And then if we develop something after that, I'll reimburse you.
Sounds great. Do you want to get Callie some sneakers so she can get back in?
Yes. Kylie, what's your shoe size?
Well, I never figured that out. I don't know.
What's your favorite color too?
Yes.
Purple, and just say, I don't know, a woman's 9.
All right.
Big foot.
I'll let Macy know, and then she can get those to you. If there are no further questions, feel free to do whatever it is that you want to do.
Shopping!
Yeah, can we go shopping?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go shopping. Yes, follow me.
Bye, Moria.
Oh, sorry. Oh, there we go, and we're in the town.
Wow.
So where's this? Where's the shop? Oh, is that way down at the south end of the town? Or is that something? No, that's
the shop at the bottom. That's where Ernest is. There's a regular shop and then a magic items shop.
Can we see inventory?
Yes.
Inventory!
Oh.
Yes.
Wow, there are some pretty expensive things.
Yeah. 150 GB. Jesus.
Be sure to put 100 aside.
For the Stones of Force speech.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, did you make it clear how much money they have total, Lauren?
I know how much.
Like, it looks like you guys have updated your profiles to.
So we all should have at least like 1,000 then?
Yeah.
Or close to.
Except for Ryan, of course, because poor Ryan.
And me, because.
And me.
So you enter the shop, and Franco Lorvitali stands up from the desk at the back, and he says, "Welcome, all of you. Hello, Banini.
Hello.
Good to see you again."
Good to see me again too.
That's Banini for you. Yep. Anyway, what you got?
Yeah, he gestures to the shelves and he says, "Take a look. I have a good selection today."
So you do.
So you see on the shelves, you see a couple of coins. You see a necklace that looks like an hourglass, and but the chain looks like it's made of sand running through it. You see a patchwork bag, small, about softball sized, sitting on the shelf. You see a mask. You see a couple of flasks. One of them looks like it's filled with dust, and one of them looks like it's filled with a liquid of some kind. You see, in shiny holographic paper, a pass to the Equilibrium Cafe. You see a ring, and then you see a pet section with a dog bone and a squeaky chicken replica.
Those are awesome, by the way.
And like a small mason jar with a worm in it. And then you see some red sequin slippers sitting on the shelf as well.
To your home of old.
Okay,
Ooh, that's
I know
gonna
what
be
I want. I think I know what I want.
Okay.
Okay. Can I get the unlimited pass at the Equilibrium Cafe?
I knew you would. I knew you would. Yes, you can.
Okay. And then can I get a Stone of Force speech?
Yes.
Can I get 2 of them?
Yes.
Okay. And then can I get the mystery bag?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Did he just buy all the things you wanted him to?
Yes.
And I think that should be it.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's 200, 650 gold pieces.
Yeah, 650.
Okay, so remove the gold and put those in your.
Hey, Glim.
Hmm?
What do you think of that sheriff badge, eh?
Hold on, sheriff badge. Adds 3 to deception intimidation person.
You remember this one?
Well, I am a ranger, so I suppose that makes a little more sense.
Well, and then Nova's already, so deceptive, it would be almost funny.
that would be that.
She could convince anyone of anything, so I think it would be better for you. Let me take. Oh, well, I've already closed that out. That's weird. Why'd I do that? Oh no, I didn't.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Well, Glim already has +6 deception. So
yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Do it.
I have +8.
Do you want to keep up, Peter?
Wait a second.
Oh, yeah.
Banini, yours sucks, doesn't it?
Deception? No, I have +7.
Oh, what? How did you do so terribly earlier?
Just got bad rolls.
Oh. Well,
There's so many good items here.
I can't afford the ones I want. I want the pendant, and I want the virtuoso mask.
Both is good. Yes. Well, maybe there's some items I can see. Any items you can sell?
Don't think
Franco.
she has a whole lot.
I mean, you could probably help someone out by giving them some of your money if you want, or lending them something if you want. But that's up to you guys. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I don't have much lend. I have 349 gold pieces and 11 copper pieces.
Well, I have this absinthe bottle.
You were still
Can you sell that?
How much would you pay for a partly consumed bottle of absinthe?
He looks at it.
Or like, can you appraise this item?
Yes.
He sighs, and he like takes it and holds it up to the light and like swishes it around a little bit, and he says, "I can't resell this."
Oh, well, would you like it?
Yeah.
It's pretty good stuff. It's real strong. Yeah, real strong. I really did a doozy on me just throwing it against my face. That's how good this stuff is.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to pay more than 10 gold pieces for that.
Hey, look about 10. Tens is
It's
10.
a fair amount, but yeah, it's not worth more than that, certainly.
Yep, that's fine. That 10, I'll accept 10. Definitely, go for it. It's yours. It's yours for 10.
He gives you 10 gold pieces and takes a half-consumed bottle of absinthe.
Woohoo! All right.
Industry.
What else?
All right.
Oh, I also have this broken short sword or Borkin. No, you're not gonna take that. All right, never mind.
So Nova, how many gold pieces do you have?
I have, I think, 1,055.
Oh, okay. And what is it that you want?
Well, I need to get a Stone of Far Speech, and I'm trying to think what would be better for me to have as a group. Would it be better for me to be able to disguise self and pretend to be anybody, or be able to pause time once? But I would essentially, it would be in an emergency. I could take 5 actions instead of 1.
That sounds pretty good. I mean, but it's up to you.
Don't know about the time pendant. It's going to be one of those buyer's remorse things where you use it and then you think later, I could have used it here and it would have been much better for me to use it here. So you just end up not.
If Nova doesn't have disguise self, could she cast it with Virtuoso Mask, or is it just if you already have the disguise self spell, then you can then cast it as a cantrip instead of a first level?
I think it works regardless of whether or not you have disguise self. It's a mask. Yeah, I think it works whether or not you have that.
So it would be like an additional kind of.
Yeah, like an additional cantrip that is the spell, but it works as a cantrip, I think. That's how I'm gonna have it work.
Okay.
I guess I'll get the pendant in case of emergency, and then get the Virtuoso Mask later.
So you're getting.
Does that mean you're actually donating money to me?
Yeah, or lending.
Oh, well, thank you.
So you want the moment of time?
Does this have interest?
Probably not. And the Stone for Speech?
He's a merchant, but he's not that great at it.
No, we've already established this.
Yeah. So that's 1,200, and you have 1055?
Yes.
So you need 145?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If this truly does not have interest.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I'll give you the 145 then.
Nova is confused and did not see that coming.
No, you might trust him.
Aww.
Or it could be a ploy. You never know.
I don't think so. Oh, also, can I give Glim my 11 CP?
If you want to.
I don't want them.
You asked for them.
No, I asked for one CP. Okay, fine. Can I give Glim 1 CP then? Is that okay?
Yeah,
ask Glim.
Sure. Yeah, okay. I'll take
1 CP.
I'll take her copper coin.
You can flip it if you want, or that's it, really.
Yeah, well, you can tell. Yeah, Dad totally can flip the coin. Now I have a coin to flip. Thank you.
You can
give the flipping coin to the gambler. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Maybe it'll satisfy his twitch to gamble.
Yeah.
Yo.
So, how do I don't think I ever asked. How do the different currencies look like between like CP and GP, and I don't know if the other ones exist.
There are different colors.
Are they the same shape?
I don't think so. There's an image in one of the core books that has the depiction of the coins. I think they're varying shapes and varying materials.
Okay, cool. Okay.
I'm just using that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not too relevant. Why?
Well, I'm gonna. Okay, so Glim, what you could do is
No.
you could paint the copper coin different color and then like shape it so it's to like a gold piece, and then you can use that as like a leverage or like a gambling tip tool. I mean, of course you already know this, but it's just a thought idea.
Okay. A little out of left field here, but sure.
I'm trying to earn back some trust here, so.
I'm gonna.
I want you to roll for that, because that you're asking me to do to trust you based off of something that is.
No, I'm not saying you trust me. I'm just saying like that's an option. If not, then you get here's a coin anyways.
To a gold piece, which looks like that, as opposed to a copper piece, which
that's
looks like something else.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Thanks, Banini.
Here's a CP.
Yeah, that's true. That is an option I hadn't considered. That is very good. Well,
I don't know. Don't complain to me. Don't.
He's trying.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Banini.
Yeah.
And
You're trying to swindle your friend, though.
I'm not swindling. I'm just giving him a coin.
No. You're trying to swindle your friend Franco Lorvitali.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not.
You don't have to use it here. You could use it
somewhere else.
Yeah.
I do appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate the thought, and hopefully,
it won't come to that.
I won't come to that because shaping copper things to look like gold things is not easy. But I do appreciate the gesture.
Okay.
That's very kind of you. So,
Glim, are you gonna buy anything?
I just oh right, yes. So I'm gonna take one of them stones of far speech. And we'll do that, and then I also want to take one of the chicken replicas.
Yes.
Yeah.
That just seems fair, considering that there was we just have a history with that. Somebody who at home who might like one of those. And what else? Oh, hold on.
Are you gonna get the enchanted dog bone?
I
don't know. It's just.
That's what my next purchase was going to be, the difficult one.
Oh, okay.
Because there's so many ways for me to go here, and there's a couple items here that really speak to me for some strange, inconceivable reason. Like, you did mention. Funny that you should mention the coin that you could use to swindle people. There are two coins in particular that really.
Those coins.
Yeah, the all or nothing coin has the strange call to me, which it really shouldn't be.
Gambler! Gambler!
really shouldn't be. I mean, just the 50% more, 50% chance of getting a D20 every time I flip it once a day. But boy, how did that critical fail? On the other hand, just. Really puts a damper on that.
Honestly, I think it's worth it. Because it can be used like multiple times, not like just a one-use item. It could be.
Yeah, I know, but that critical fail could really.
I mean, just make sure it's not on something that could really life dependent.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the all or nothing coin.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's.
Who would have guessed?
And then how much do you have left?
110.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to ask.
You already buy your so far speech?
Yep, we're already about. That was with the chicken replica and the stone of far speech.
Sounds good.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So.
Great.
I link my stone with all of you.
Yeah, I do the same.
What's your other stone gonna be for, Banini?
I got the extra stone in case. Along the way, we pick up someone else, or like if someone else wants to be a part of our plan and stuff. I don't know. It's just like a backup.
Well, that's not a bad idea. Good thinking.
Or in case I sell this one,
Okay. Sure. Okay, so are you guys done in Mist Haven then?
I do have a quick question though for
Yes.
the Franco. I noticed that you have this enchanted dog bone gives the illusion of invincibility to whoever chews on it. What does that mean exactly?
It is an essentially useless item.
It sounded like
it's you know how drinking a lot makes you feel a lot more confident than you should. It's a bit like that.
So
but-
can anyone other than a dog chew the enchanted dog bone?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
It is whoever chews on it.
I want to buy it. I want to buy it. I still have 100 GP.
Okay, you buy it.
Okay. The plastic sheriff's badge is looking really fun now.
But who has money for it?
Yeah, nobody has
Nobody.
money for
It's
it.
fine.
Well, how much is it?
No, except
It's 200.
it's-
I have money for that. I have 204 and 10 CP.
You go buy it and give it to me,
Mm,
and I'll owe you like 350
sure. Okay.
without interest.
Yeah, without interest, yes. And I guess I'm buying the plastic sheriff badge.
Yeah!
Okay.
And I guess I'm giving it to Nova.
Yay!
Look at what
This is
a
gonna
good
be
friend he
fun.
is.
Mm-hmm. Just don't use it against me.
Okay. Yeah.
That would be great.
No guarantees, but we'll do our best.
Hopefully.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do in town?
What else is there to do?
Go to the tavern, have a
Nova literally doesn't know because she's never been here before.
Oh, go next door. I hear they have some great bourbon on tap.
We can go back to the Equilibrium. What was it? The Equilibrium Cafe.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Have some Zaffron. And,
Is the pass? Is it only like a one-time use or like an
Oh
actual
no, it's
pass?
unlimited. It's
For
yeah.
how
It's
long?
It says unlimited on it, right?
But how long is unlimited, really? No.
Well, it does say it's for the owner of the pass, so he can't just say, I would also like to buy unlimited saffron and pastries for the rest of my crew too because I have this pass here. See, they're just like, well, it's just that's why they only have one unlimited pass because they. It's like suddenly, oh no, now nobody gets to pay for all this stuff. Thanks.
So are you guys heading back to
I'll head back to Equilibrium.
Yeah, let's do that.
How about you, Nova?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so you guys gonna do anything at Equilibrium?
I'm gonna go to the cafe.
Cafe.
Let's have some pastries. Woo!
Okay.
At these
We'll
massive
sneak
tables.
pastries. Can we roll sleight of hand to sneak pastries off of his plate?
Or I could just give them to you. You know, that works
Well,
too.
no, we don't want them to like see you giving us
So?
your pastries because they may take away your ability to get unlimited ones.
And that's
Okay.
100. That's 100 GP gone forever.
Yeah, I know.
very
Let me try it.
Okay.
Yes! I sneak a whole plate of pastries.
Yeah. Jesus.
Nobody notices. Okay,
Wow.
That was a nat 20.
How many pastries is that?
like the whole shop.
What? Wait,
Yeah.
no, I need to know how many pastries that is.
It's like 12.
Okay, so then
13,
Nova
a baker's dozen.
add 13 pastries to your inventory.
So that's
Behind on the
okay.
times.
They just thought that Banini like ate the pastries real fast.
Ignoring the fact that there's a big tray of them on the table. Yes.
No, the tray like it's an empty tray now. Like
That's it. Oh, we've already.
Just like
wow.
scooped them all into her bag.
Even better. Even better.
it was a nat 20.
Plus 10, yeah, Jesus.
Stole other people's pastries too at the same time. Yes.
Yeah, you stole pastries from like within the actual like thing, the display case and everything.
Nice.
Like someone like a half-eaten pastry, if someone was still eating, you took that too.
And nobody knew.
Oh, I thought I had something in my hand. I wonder where it went.
Still, yes, biting into empty space. Huh. Oh well. Okay. Does anybody else want to do anything else, or?
I want to go into the historical gallery right next door.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, cool. We can eat pastries while perusing the gallery.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so you guys go to the historical gallery, and you see along the walls are carved into the stone are motifs of the 9 different animals. And at the far end of this weirdly shaped room is a short hallway, and then a pedestal with a book on it.
All right. Well, let's take a look at what these animals are.
Crunch.
So we already know about the snake and the froghemoth and the crane Loki. What else is there?
Well, from looking at the depictions, you can see that there's you can see the jaculi, the snake. You can see the froghemoth and the ebly. You also see a depiction of a large snail. You see a depiction of a small sort of bear-looking thing. Looks kind of like a koala. You see what looks like a rabbit with a unicorn's horn. You see what looks like a cross between a dog and a bat. You see a cat with snakes coming out from behind its head. And you see what looks like a poison dart frog person. And those are the animals.
So, large snail, small bear koala, rabbit corn, dog bat, cat medusa, and poison dart man. Dart frog, poison dart frog
Poison
man.
dart man!
Poison dart man and cat medusa, I like it.
Okay. Small bear corn.
And within the book, it depicts the history of Omu. Just how it used to be. Basically, the story that Peabody's been telling you, how it used to be a great city, and they worshipped the primal gods, and then the city fell.
The city fell.
How many total? There's 7 total?
There's 9.
9 total. Oh, I'm missing a few. Will you go over the list again, Peter?
Well, so we have besides Moa, Snake, Kubazan, Garnet, and Loki, the what was Loki specifically again? An Ebly? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
We have koala, rabbit, unicorn,
large snail, dog bat, cat medusa, and then poison dart frogman.
Okay.
That's 9.
That anything in the book?
I got them all.
Anything in the book that's something that we haven't been told before? What would I roll for that? Investigation or history? History.
Okay.
Dang! That's a nat 20.
Why are we rolling nat 20s now?
Boy howdy. Okay. From the book, you can see... the 9 deities were not always part of Omu's culture. They were kind of a sudden occurrence. Omu actually had a different religious system prior to them, and then suddenly they were introduced to Omu. You read about a calamity that happened prior to between the old religious order and the new. But it doesn't specify what the calamity was.
So, and then the 9 deities were part of the new religious?
Yes.
Before, okay, So that may explain where the Lich comes from. Now we just need to figure out what this other deity system is. And
well, the Lich defeated the 9 deities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the Lich was even after this.
Well, it was after this, but it may have been a holdout from the prior deity system.
Okay.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, we're trying to figure out why would they not be so keen on having them stick around. I have nothing else. That's I got everything I wanted to know from here. Unless we want to go to some of the other places in this here facility that we haven't been to before, I don't know. There's this place called Engineering and Fabrication with an assembly facility with a launch platform in there. What are they launching? What are they assembling? There's a lot of questions. I'd like to.
Okay.
And there's a testing chamber too. What are they testing in the?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you guys head over there?
I head over there at least. If you're all welcome to follow me if you're so inclined. Let's see if we get stopped.
Might as well.
Sure.
Yeah, you guys make it to the assembly or the engineering fabrication where a few people in lab coats stop you and say, "Hey, wait, you can't. I mean, it's dangerous, but okay."
Well, wait. What do you mean it's dangerous?
I mean, we're assembling a thing.
Oh.
They look at each other.
Why did you leave the door open then?
Yeah, that seems a little weird.
Unlocked.
There is no door. It's just a hallway.
That's pretty.
Is this a problem for you? A regular occurrence of people just walking in when they're not supposed to?
Yes.
Have you thought about investing into a door?
Yeah, doors are cool.
In a door? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we
I'm
thought
pretty
about
sure I
it,
saw one back at the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It may have been the door to the shop.
Yeah, I think the shop was using it.
Though.
They're like, okay, just like be careful, try not to touch anything or knock anything over, but like you can go in, I guess. And they like keep looking at each other and then looking back at you.
Can I get?
Do you have any? Oh, sorry.
Okay. Oh, okay. I asked them, can I get a lab coat? Just to use. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to get hazardous materials on us, and also do you have some eye protection? I noticed it.
Yeah. Okay.
And some gloves, too.
They take you over to like a locker set against the wall and like open a couple lockers and pull out some lab coats and goggles, and they hand them back to you.
Okay, cool.
Please put these on then.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Why?
Careful, they're a little bit extra long, so they might just be careful as you're walking around that you don't knock anything over by turning too fast.
Just roll it up.
Do I have to wear them?
You don't,
stylish.
as long as you're being careful. It is true, that's the style of this base.
I'm good.
Safety is our style.
Safety is our style. Wear these glasses, and then he puts some goggles on you,
Are the
Nova.
goggles obtrusive? Just way too
Yes.
big? Okay.
they're really big goggles, yeah.
Are they shiny too? Yes.
Yeah.
They are.
I don't think the big deal. It's just a little dangerous.
Just a little.
Okay, so, and then they walk you into the assembly facility, and you can see that they're building what looks like a rocket.
What's a rocket?
It is a tall, cylindrical tube of very shiny. You can tell it's metal, and it's pointed at one end, and it's got a few things attached to it towards the bottom that you're not completely sure because you've never seen one of these before. But you can guess that perhaps fuel goes into one of those, or maybe all of those. You don't really know.
Can I touch it? Oh.
What a strange contraption.
What's this thing?
How does it smell like?
It smells like
A rocket.
Well, I don't know how that smells like.
like an Air Force base.
I don't know how that smells like.
Yes, you do.
Banini doesn't know how that smells like.
But you do as a player.
Okay.
Okay. It smells like fuel and machinery.
And oil? Okay.
Yeah, oil, a strong oily smell, but it with painful to the nose. But just because of all of these very flammable and volatile fuels that are in this assembly facility. Maybe,
yes.
unless they're using cryogenics. Is there what looks like a lot of looks like smoke, but not really smoke, like a sort of vapor coming off the side of this rocket, or is it just relatively?
Oh no!
Nice Constitution save.
Nova, I guess, does tin save? I was going to sneeze if not.
Roll a fudge die.
It saves.
Okay, no.
Nova,
I just wanted to do
not
that.
sneeze.
I just
You
wanted.
sneeze though.
I do sneeze?
No, Patrick does. Banini only rolled an 8.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, fine. I will roll a Constitution save.
So yes, there is vapor coming off of the thing.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
Dang it!
Glim.
There's vapor. So cryogenics. Interesting.
Yeah.
Not that I would know that. Yes.
Yeah. So the scientists look up at the thing from the middle of the assembly facility.
What's this?
They put their hands on their hips.
So what's this long tube metal thing that seems to be giving off some sort of weird smoke for?
And he says, that, my friends, is a rocket, and inside it has a satellite.
Oh,
Okay, what does a satellite do?
yeah.
He says it enhances our security and location project stuff.
Project stuff.
It's a really strong magic item.
Cool.
What?
So it's a really strong magic item.
Yeah.
Sure, yes, sure.
Ah,
yes.
okay.
Wow.
These satellites are one of the ways that we've been able to determine the locations of some of the objects we've been looking for.
Oh. Wait. So wait a minute. How does that work? I mean, I see that it's in here in this tube, and
Yeah, so we shoot it up into the sky and then it bursts, but the thing inside is fine, and it floats around outside and looks at the ground for us and tries to pick up any clues as to the location of the objects. The objects themselves give off a kind of faint, like, glow maybe, that only these satellites can pick up. And so with this technology, which we've only recently discovered, like in the last 15, 20 years, we've been able to have a much higher success rate in finding the objects.
So does it cast like Mage Hand at a really long distance? That's really cool. That it picks up clues.
It more.
Yeah, how does that work?
Figuratively picks up clues by way of its eyes, and then it tells us it has eyes, and it tells us with a really loud shout that only we can hear where the things are.
That's really cool.
wow.
That is technologies. Wow.
So, but
Where did you learn these magics?
Yeah.
A snake told us.
Oh wow.
Moa taught you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Moa's pretty awesome. Is there anything else that these satellites can do besides find those magic items?
Can they find
we
other
haven't been
items?
able to. We haven't tested them for anything else. We only use them for this.
Why not?
Boy, that seems like a lot of effort to put into those satellites.
We are in the business of saving the world.
That's at any cost. Well, that seems. Hey, whatever it takes, right? So, how many satellites do you have out there right now?
Like 3.
3. Oh, so you must have found all the items by now, right?
No, we had to triangulate that. We only just got the third one out.
Oh, so it should be real easy soon. When do you expect to have results?
I'm hoping within a week or so.
Like, how long did it take you to get the location of the last item?
That one was a little bit more footwork because we kind of knew where it was for a bit, but we didn't know how to get to it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So all it does is just pinpoint the location of said item.
Gives us a set of coordinates.
With those eyes.
With them eyes and large mouth, yes.
Yeah, and nothing else that them large eyes can see except for that one thing.
Yes, that's what they've been trained to see.
That's it. That seems like a waste of an eye right there.
Well, it makes our job easier.
Yeah, it does. That's true. That is true. We're
not paying for it.
That is very true. We're not. It's not like it's our eye. It just seems odd that the eye is blind to. How do you train that eye to only look for that one thing? That seems.
I don't know. That's not my expertise. I just build the thing and shoot it.
Well, yeah, not bad. So
it seems like you're doing a good job with that. So.
I see there's a sign that there's this testing chamber. How do you test it?
Oh, we test components of it.
Oh, okay. So how do you test the eye?
We don't.
So you just hope it works and.
We just hope it works, yeah.
So what else do you test?
Okay.
We test the shell to make sure that it'll withstand the launch. We test the fuel cells to make sure that they actually work and don't explode equilibrium.
Fuel? What is fuel?
Fuel is like wood to a fire.
So you put wood in this tube?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Oh, that's okay.
Interesting.
So does it do anything weird when you put it in this thing? Because I notice there's a lot of smoke. It looks like smoke coming off of it right now.
It doesn't smell too good.
Oh, yeah, everything is super cooled at the moment because of, the type of fuel it is. It has to be maintained at a very cold temperature in order to not explode.
Well, why would you need to cool wood? That doesn't make any sense.
It's a special type of wood.
A special type of...
It's liquid wood.
Whoa!
Wow. So tree sap.
No, more... Well...
So if you get like a log of wood and you just like keep twisting it until like just liquid comes out of it? How do you extract the liquid from the wood?
Yeah, how do you get liquid wood? I'm curious. This seems like something that would be very easy for me to carry along on my journeys as opposed to having to go out in the woods and trim down trees.
Yeah, and we do come across a lot of trees.
He did say you have to keep it cold.
Oh, it only stays liquid when it's cold.
And it requires a distillation process in order to become viable.
Oh.
I mean, can we also help you get some wood and bring it back? So just make your job easier.
For the record, are you guys also not understanding magic? Because Nova literally can't understand that this is not magic.
Well, I have chill touch, so I can make it cold, right?
Yeah.
So, do you guys understand the concept of technology?
Well, no. Even if we did, we don't know what this kind of technology is. We've never seen anything like this before. So we're again context here.
The other technology we've seen with the cameras and and that was kind of
the holographic walls.
Yeah, that too.
We still don't know how those work.
Wacky.
Yeah. Wacky is the operative word. He says, don't bother bringing wood back for us. It requires a specific type of wood anyway in order to distill properly. So,
well, what, ebony or something?
Ebony wood.
Yeah, ebony is a type of wood. It's a very special. I've only seen it once or twice, but it's like a specialty item. I suppose that's what you guys use. I've never been able to see anybody turn wood into liquid.
Okay,
and you don't want to chop down any ebony because the dust from that is extremely toxic. So just leave it to us.
Okay. I mean, well, you guys certainly. Yeah, you look like you know what you're talking about. I mean, you have the metal tube with the liquid wood in it, and the big eyeball that goes into the sky and only looks for that
and
thing
it shouts
that you can't.
Really loud, but only to.
Yeah,
it's like it has a stone of far speech on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say that? I totally understand that. That makes total sense to us.
That doesn't make sense. You have to shout really loud.
Yeah.
Into a stone of far speech, yes.
Yes.
Into a well, you wouldn't need to do is shout really loud into a stone of far speech. If it's a good one, I'm assuming you're using really good ones for this sort of thing.
Okay.
Anyway, well, that's.
I think she is tired of this conversation.
I think we've had a lot of fun here. It's been a pleasure to meet y'all, folks. You guys keep up the good work and keep launching them rockets out there with them big old eyes. We want to get those.
He sticks a hand out to you, Glim, and he says, "Anyway, my name's Kelly. In case you ever come back."
Kelly.
Nice to meet you, Kelly.
Yes, and he shakes your hand.
I shake his hand too.
Okay, you shake his other hand. No. All right, and then he says, and on your way out, please put the lab coats back.
Those yep, of course.
And the goggles.
Yes. Where can we get some of these, by the way? I'd love to get me a pair of one of these, just in case.
There's a costume shop in Omui.
Oh, cool!
Hey.
Wait, you get your safety equipment at a costume shop?
Sure do.
Okay.
Is that safe?
Nope. You wouldn't know the difference. It's okay.
We wouldn't.
No, we wouldn't know the difference, but I was really hoping that we get the real deal, but that's okay. Probably don't need it.
Okay. So now you guys have uncovered pretty much all of the secrets of equilibrium.
Nope.
No?
We haven't gone to the library yet.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Are we doing that today?
Next episode.
Oh, okay. Before you go to the library, you realize that it is nearly midnight by now, and you think maybe you should go to bed.
Oh man,
Okay.
that's really. We'll catch up here.
Or maybe you try to go to the library, but the door's closed and it says back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. We go to bed.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Yes, please.
Miles away and south of the canyon, Quills stands in his courtyard overseeing the cleanup effort after his gala. Felicity stands nearby, twisting a braid through her fingers and absently staring into the middle distance. After giving a couple of orders to the staff, Quills turns to Felicity and sighs, saying, "I really ought to charge you for the use of my home, especially if you start to make this kind of thing a habit." Felicity smiles brightly and says, "But now we know where Penny works and what she's up to." Quills runs a hand through his hair and says, "They have the garnet flick. Doesn't that concern you?" And Felicity turns serious, staring into the distance at the small flickering silhouette of the square hut, a bright spot in the midnight darkness. They already had Papa's Opal, Quills, and if rumor is correct, Moa has been with her the whole time. The rest will have to be found one way or another. Why not let her little novices do my work for me? To which Quills shakes his head and walks back towards the front door, saying, "I still don't know what to think of you, but you haven't been wrong yet. I hope your luck holds." He closes the door, but Felicity's answering laugh continues to ring in his ears. He smiles to himself. Of all the things he could have said, "I hope your luck holds?" He knew full well it would.